Yeah. So we're gonna kind of change subject. I don't know if you heard about the Karrion Cross shoot promo that's been kind of trending recently. Like, what do you think of that? What he said? What he said in that
You
podcast?
know what? It's just pathetic, man.
Oh,
These
what?
guys, they're constantly complaining and crying about not having their chances in wrestling. This whole trend of crying and complaining to get what you want is just pathetic, man. I mean, seriously, we've got grown ass men like in their 40s acting like little bitches, crying and complaining about not getting what they want. And you know what? It just makes the wrestling business look even worse. It's downright pathetic, man, especially when they suck ass.
I mean, yeah, we can kind of both agree that doing this type of thing is showing his weakness, because doing that is kind of in a sense where you have to protest about not being the talent that the company expects you to be, so you had to tell to people that you are great. But it really depends on the talent saying that.
Ain't that the truth? Take The Miz, for example. That man's a damn workhorse, putting his heart and soul into his role, and they still treat him as a joke.
I mean, the booking, like, I think it's really started with CM Punk, with his Pie Bomb promo in 2011. Like, that whole shtick of someone's complaining about his position on the card and being held back, make himself like look like this hero to the people. Like, there's nothing heroic on that.
Hell yeah, man. Straight up what's wrong with today's society, ain't it? It's like people just can't accept the fact that, let's face it, they ain't that great. You've got people in their 40s like CM Punk whining and bitching like little babies. And for what?
Because they got a huge ego, that's why.
Look, here's the thing. Would you ever see me, Stone Cold, cry and botch about Vince McMahon making my life a damn living hell? Hell no, man. And you want to know why? Because I ain't no sissy, man. That's just the truth. I ain't the kind of guy who's going to go crying and complaining. No fucking way, man. I'm not some sissy man who's going to whine and cry about not getting my way. But even if I did do that, it would make sense, because in the story, I was being held back from being the face of the company.
I mean, you're also like 100 times better in every possible way that CM Punk.
Oh, yeah, I know it, brother. CM Punk is a damn overrated hack, and he should never have been a professional wrestler to begin with. CM Punk is just an overrated, no-talent hack, and he's the one complaining about deserving better. That whole thing with his pipe bomb rant, just a load of bullshit. The only reason he's even remotely popular is because he managed to rope in that trash fan base of his. I mean, what's so damn cool about CM Punk anyway? Just look at him. He's so damn insecure about himself that he goes around calling himself the best in the world, even though wrestling is the only thing he's ever achieved anything in. Great. You managed to succeed in one damn thing in your life.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, CM Punk is not really the only person that we can just throw the trash over about the state of professional wrestling right now. I mean, yeah, he started it. That's the person who created the trend of doing that. But there's people who just copying him, like Karrion Cross, for example.
Man, I couldn't have said it any better. It's all those damn sissies that are making wrestling not cool anymore, man. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and even Kevin Owens to a certain degree. It's because of them that wrestling is losing its edge, and it's just plain sad. And what pisses me off is when people say that the Attitude Era is back, when in reality it's just a bunch of sissies in the roster. You can't compare dudes like CM Punk, Cody, Sami Zayn to what we had in the Attitude Era, man. Those guys back then were just built different, man. They had that IT factor, and they were just cool as hell. This current group is just not it.
I mean, and also when we talk about CM Punk and people who copy them, like, let's make me remember to talk about someone even worse than him, like Austin Harris. Do you remember that guy?
Wait, who are you talking about, man? Who's that Austin Aries guy? I never heard of him.
I'm fine for you, I guess.
Didn't that guy retire or something?
I don't know, quite frankly, I don't care. I mean, we are not gonna talk about Austin Harris because like who gives a shit. So we're gonna kind of change subject. When we also talk about those wrestlers who complain, we can also blame a part to the fan themselves for cheering for that crap.
Oh man, you got it absolutely right. The fans are as much to blame as these sissies. They're just a bunch of fat, virgin, neckbeard losers who haven't done anything cool in their damn lives. And they see a sissy like Cody Rhodes, and they're like, oh yeah, I identify with that guy because he has feelings, and we're allowed to show our feelings. They've got a total victim complex, and they're basically crybabies who can't handle anything. They see wrestlers crying and getting all emotional, and they think it's cool because they're also a bunch of emotional sissies. Give me a break, man.
Yeah, kind of. That's
Man,
kind
let me
of.
just lay it out for you like this. As kids, yeah, maybe we all did a little crying and throwing a tantrum to get what we wanted. But this is real life now. And in this modern society we live in, it's seen as normal to act like this. I already explained why I hate this crap, but like you said, if you actually have some talent, then maybe it's somewhat acceptable. But when you're an overrated hack, it's just not the same.
That's kind of the same problem I had when I listened to the Karen Cross shoot promo on that podcast. Like I was like, really? Is Karen Cross really a big deal to say this type of thing? Is it really like this big deal to go really held back? Like Karen Cross is not as big of a deal as we think
That
he is.
jobber carry on Cross talking like he's got any right to say anything. The fact is, he sucks, man. We gave him so many opportunities that we could have easily given to anyone else, and nothing came out of it.
I mean, he said some true about the Triple H booking currently.
I totally understand where you're coming from, man. Sure, he had a point or two, but in the end, he's just another entitled sissy who thinks the world owes him something.
Hey, also, for example, it would have made more sense if it was for like Austin Theory to do that shoot promo instead of Karen Cross, because we can really say he's held back by Triple H. I mean, compared to the way he was booked when Vince was in charge, for example.
Austin Theory, that kid, he's just happy to be here, you know. And you know what? There's no stars in wrestling these days because those wrestlers have no higher aspirations than wrestling itself. That's why we have no new stars. Look at The Rock, man. He had bigger aspirations than just being a wrestler, and now he's made it in Hollywood.
I mean, that's not really a bad thing, you know. Like, if you're content by being a wrestler, like, it's not so bad for him if that's the only aspiration you had, and you basically do it to be a wrestler in WWE.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Austin Theory, he's young and all, but he seems happy with the position he's in. And I get it. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's part of the reason why there's a lack of stars in wrestling today. You know, people like The Rock, they had bigger aspirations. They didn't limit themselves to just wrestling. They went out there and made names for themselves in other industries.
I mean, hold on. I mean, do you really expect Austin Theory to do well in the mainstream as The Rock? Or even just doing well in the mainstream? Like, do you even see anyone in the roster doing well in the mainstream? Like, it's just ridiculous, to be quite honest. Like, I don't see anyone do well in the mainstream in this roster.
I mean, they don't do that for nothing, man. They fill the roster with all these mediocre wrestlers. You know, the type decent enough to wrestle, but not good enough to make it in the mainstream. I'm talking about Sami Zayn, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and even Seth Rollins. They're just a bunch of clowns, to be honest.
I mean, you can pretty much count everybody in the roster at this point. Wrestling is really shit these days. Not gonna lie.